Welcome back to the world of Arklands. When we last left our heroes, they celebrated the new year, finishing out a party with a few items of interest. They gained an ally in the form of Kana, the rogue who had taken a particular interest in them.
I wouldn't say ally. More like business partner.
Fair.
It's a type of ally.
I chose ally instead of friend. Exactly. And they all went to sleep that evening for a night full of dreams, which differed. Each one of them having a visitor of sorts. Riss encountering, for possibly the last time, the alternate version of Zara from a timeline that appears to no longer exist. Ray received a visit from his other half and appears to have struck a nerve. And Einar finally came face to face with Varro, the Shadow King. And decided to take on what was being offered. And now shares the blood of Varro. With Riss outside of Ray's door and Einar waking outside the city limits.
You know, I'm just chilling there somewhere. We don't know where.
That is where we return for tonight's episode. And welcome back. So, Ray, having just awoken in a cold sweat, you hear a knock on your door.
He comes to a degree after that odd encounter and rather concerning encounter, puts on his robe and goes to the door. Who is it?
It's me, Ray. Let's open up. Got some news for you. Also, I need to talk to Servina.
Slow down. Why are you here?
I walked.
I didn't ask how. I asked why.
I told you, I need to talk to Servina.
You have far more pressing matters than speaking to Saravita. What did you do?
I did nothing, but I had a dream.
That's a shame.
You
did nothing.
I did nothing.
That is a shame. Tell me about this dream.
Are you going to open the door first?
Oh, yeah, let me do that.
It also pertains to Einar. Should we wait? I didn't know what room he was in. I just asked the guy downstairs.
You're down the hall from me, right?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Well, your room is down the hall from me, right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then let's go to his room and see what's going on.
Riss. Go ahead and make a perception check.
25.
25. You're able to find Einar's room. You recognize his armor sitting against the wall, somewhat neatly laid out.
Was the door just left open?
No, the door's closed,
But not locked.
but not locked.
Oh.
And so you open it, and all of his stuff is here. The bed is perfectly made.
Look at you. You're a tidy sleepwalker.
Apparently.
Riss goes. Turns to Red. I did not see him downstairs.
Did he leave?
You're,
And if he did, where would he go?
he's not leaving anywhere permanently. His stuff's still here.
He's not pulling a Ray.
Damn.
Makoto is not here. I don't need that sass from the DMs, sir.
Where is Makoto?
I don't want to know.
This is a good point.
Say nothing, either one of you. I'm going to live in blissful ignorance of what is happening this evening.
Well, Riss also would have gone, okay, so where's Makoto?
And Ray would have said exactly what I just said. That was in character.
Did she take a room here?
Yes, she did.
Okay. For the sake of it, I'll go check, so that way you don't have to walk in on anything happening. He'll walk over to Makoto's room, knock.
Ryan, I need you to roll me a d20.
I hate you. Don't leave this up to chance. What would the character do?
Yeah.
I think it's more
it's not
whose
more of a-
room.
11.
I think it's what
11.
she's doing.
Okay.
It's who? No.
I'm going to throw something at you. I might hit the mic, so I'm sorry.
There's a groggy response. Just.
Sounds more like a cow.
He's like, I'm assuming that's a yes, and opens the door. And
Makoto
Okay.
is laying in bed alone.
Oh, thank God.
Riss, as he opens the door, is kind of doing this number.
Yeah, I'm just covering but not covering. She's clothed as nothing.
Yeah.
She's very hungover.
What time is it?
Like 6.
That's early.
She's being woken up at like 6 a.m. after.
Drinking and staying up
Gotcha.
until at least midnight.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
He's going to open the door just enough to say, your dad wants to see you, and then shut the door.
Okay. Is that all you do?
That's right. He walks back to Ray. He's like, she's still there. She's grumpy, but I would be too if I was as hungover as she was.
Thankfully, I'm not hungover. Thanks to you.
You're welcome.
I was gonna say.
I used
this-
every lesser restoration I had to clear you. So you're welcome.
Riss will also go. Someone else is in there too. Didn't know who he was.
I'm rolling for insight. That is a 14.
Make a deception check.
17.
You believe him.
Ray starts Billy Crystal walking over to the door.
Riss
Understood?
stealthily.
I grab him as I start moving towards the door.
Yup.
Like, no. Get over here. Makoto. We have a problem. Potentially 2, depending on what happens after I open this door. I open the door.
She's sitting up.
Okay.
She's alone.
We only have one problem, Makoto. And it's not Riss. At the moment. Einar is gone.
Okay. She gets up, stretches, and... Where'd he go?
We do not know.
But all of the stuff is here. So I figured one of you magic types could do a locate spell or something like that.
She begins flipping through her spellbook as I check and see if she has Find Person.
I wonder if I have that in my spellbook. Hang on. Let's look at known spells. Known spells.
Y'all good.
That's enough from y'all.
It's a little early.
It is 2 p.m.
It is a little early. Oh, you young types. I got back from vacation and was sleeping until 2 every day.
Good gracious, child.
Dude, that's not
Go.
good.
We got like 4 hours of sleep every night. And walk in 90-degree weather.
That's true.
We are
True.
trying to fix one person's sleep schedule. We do not need to add another person to that list.
That is a good point. Yes. So I would like to prepare scrying.
Okay, sure.
So, Makoto, if you don't have the spell, then we can always use this one.
Does that take 10 minutes to cast?
No, I can just cast it.
Oh, okay. I don't know if you're doing a ritual or not.
Oh, no. Casting time is 10 minutes, yeah.
In that case, Riss will go and get various breakfast foods and bring it back up.
Fair.
Fair.
Yeah, without issue.
Cool. I'm going to go grab a piece of Einar's armor and use that to try and find him.
Okay, got it. So, Einar, after the 10 minutes pass, we'll come to you outside. You wake up. The sun is rising over the eastern horizon. What do you do?
For a solid couple minutes, Einar's just gonna kind of sit there and just process everything that happened. And then after that, he's gonna look at his arm. He's gonna kind of like flex it a little bit.
You see
Watch the veins turn black.
Yep.
And he's gonna summon the whip.
Okay.
Because he usually summons it with his left hand, right?
Yep.
He's gonna try and summon it with his right. See if it happens.
You find yourself able to.
Sweet.
No.
He's gonna try and summon it with the left too.
You summon the
I've got
second
two of them! Yeah, boy! Not that I think I get multi-attack, but
No.
it's just a cool aesthetic.
You could if you multi-class in a fighter.
All you need is one.
Oh, he likes that idea.
I do, but I don't think
That's
it would
5
be
levels.
super useful for my character.
Nope.
It'd
not
be
at all.
cool flavor, but
It
I
would
don't know.
be.
For you, what would be better is if you did 5 levels of Ranger, which would be funny. But you want my 5 levels? Here you go.
You're just trying to pawn off your levels. That's all you're trying
I'm
to
not
do.
trying to pawn off my levels. I want a good trade.
Anyway.
It's a fair trade, man.
That's right.
Anyway, yes. Einar is going to retract the whips.
Mm-hmm. You also notice there's the mark that now covers the majority of your body.
Mm-hmm.
As you... It's not a physical motion you do to retract the shadow whip back into your own body. It's just a mental... You think it and it happens. And you notice that the edge of the mark also just ever so slightly retracts in when you think that thought.
Interesting. Einar is going to summon the whip again just to see if it like extends out a little bit.
Just a little bit. Not as in...
Okay.
It doesn't look like a direct correlation necessarily. More so... Make an intelligence check. Or...
Wait.
Einar's not very intelligent.
I would say make a flat wisdom check.
Okay, that's still not great. It's 11.
11 is enough. You might be able to alter the mark now.
Alter the mark.
You mean like he could think something about the mark's appearance and it'll do that?
Einar's gonna put his right hand on the back of his left, covering over the mark. And he's gonna try... What was the other one? Was it... He's gonna try and imagine it as a shield. And then lift his hand up and see, does the mark change?
No, it's not. As you just remove your hand and focus, it doesn't change shape necessarily.
Okay. He's gonna try summoning the whip as a spear. Does anything happen? Like, can he change the way that the weapon manifests?
as you kind of just summon the whip out again. It's still just this lash of dark energy that goes out. Interestingly, it does look like it has a further reach than before.
Ooh, please tell me I have a range of 15 feet now.
You now have a range of 15
Yes,
feet.
I love this.
Wow, that's awesome.
I may be cursed, but you know what? I love having those powers, those abilities.
Is he?
It's
Can
great.
he like grapple people with the whip?
No,
Okay.
but it's also going to do a d6 of damage instead of a d4 now.
Ah, yes.
Snap.
Sweet. Did you by chance update my page?
I will do that later.
Okay. All right. Sweet. Einar is going to look around real quick. He's kind of in the middle of nowhere, right?
You're outside of the edges of the city. There's not anyone around.
Okay, cool. Einar's going to summon Harold. Harold, come forth.
And from your own shadow, the herald emerges.
Harold, I had a very interesting experience.
I am aware.
My power seems to have grown a little bit. But, I don't know everything that's I've gained, I guess. Any ideas?
The herald looks at you. There's an odd expression. Make an insight check.
Can I make one using guidance?
No.
Oh. That's alright. That's, insight. 23?
23. Almost a look of concern.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
Oh, he cares.
The moment passes. It appears you have command over that which you've been given.
Are you talking about my, collection of souls, or more of the...
Possibly.
And he holds out the whip. Direct influence I have over the world.
More the direct. I believe the mark itself is now yours to command.
Ah. So that means no more episodes where it
I'm not so
takes
sure.
Oh, well. Then I don't think I really have control over it, do I?
More so, I do not believe that that was the mark per se, but rather the entity that lies on the other side of it.
He is a little creepy. Just a bit.
There's a slight twinge of pain in your left hand as you say that. Harold does not respond, though.
I guess over the course of time, I'll have to figure out what newfangled powers I have. If any. But if nothing less, it seems like perhaps that which I did have is more powerful.
Indeed. Be careful. The blood of a god runs through your veins now.
Well, careful's not anywhere in my name, so I'm afraid that we're just gonna leave it up to chance. We'll see what path I take. You're dismissed.
Harold melts back into your own shadow.
Einar kind of looks at the whip for a moment before summoning it back in.
Mm-hmm.
Strange that he would want me to be careful. And then Einar looks for the gate and tries to head back into the city.
Yeah, you're able to without issue.
How much of that did I see was scrying?
It is right about now when scrying would... Because we would be starting from roughly the same time. And since the 10-minute casting. So you can make a wisdom saving throw, or is it wisdom, correct?
Spell. Where'd you go?
Would Einar know who's scrying on him? Or does he just know that somebody is trying to scry?
Yeah, it's a wisdom saving throw.
You do not know who. I do not believe it makes itself immediately apparent.
If that's the case, oops.
Oh, that was so close. Stupid phone! That would have been a nat fail. Damn!
Yeah, that's a 29.
-5.
So -5 because you're familiar, and -4, so it's a 20.
So here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
On the bed, is there any, like, little flakes of dandruff that he leaves around?
You unfortunately said that you grabbed the armor.
Okay.
So there might be, but you also can't cast it twice on the same
Correct.
creature in a day.
So,
you feel a presence try to reach through and observe, but you're able to fight it off without issue.
Einar is going to specifically take, like, a different route to get back to the hotel.
Define different.
He's just going to take a longer, like, outside path and kind of go a roundabout way. And just kind of as he's going... He's
Make
just
an
gonna
intelligence check for me.
this is where the nat 1 comes in.
Nope. It's a 7.
A 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, you intended to take a while, and you most certainly do, because you get lost.
But yeah, Einar's just going to kind of keep an eye on the people around him as he's walking. I imagine that's probably why he got lost, too. He's
You,
like in an unfamiliar city, and he's also not paying attention to where he's going. So he, at some point, goes, shit, I don't know where I am.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
You are definitely, especially since you're not wearing your armor right now, which means your arms are exposed. You are drawing a lot of... It's pretty early in the morning. There's not a lot of people out. But anyone who is, definitely just kind of locks eyes onto you as you walk past.
Yep. This sounds right. Einar's a big boy, and he's got lots of very, very dark-looking tattoos. He's very unusual.
So,
At some point, do you think I could perhaps get, like, expertise in intimidation because of how I look? If this continues?
well,
Maybe advantage.
here's the thing. Make a flat wisdom check.
I'll make a flat wisdom check. Okay. That's 21.
You figure out as you're walking around. You're kind of just experimenting a little bit. You can spread or retract the mark from across your body at will now.
That's what I was saying.
I can go incognito.
Incogmarco.
Yeah. Einar's going to end up finding a
Polo?
like secluded alley, and he's going to retract it entirely.
It retracts into the original sigil on the back of your hand.
Cool.
Are his eyes still black?
I don't know. I can't see my own eyes.
Make an investigation check.
Einar's gonna go find a mirror.
Wow.
That's for investigation. 22.
Most of the city is made of brass. Finding something that's reflective is not the hardest thing in the world.
That's fair. That's fair.
So you are able to, and as the mark is retracted into the sigil on the back of your hand, your eyes are no longer pitch black.
Okay, cool.
But that also means that you can spread it further across your body if you wanted, for instance, advantage on intimidation.
Yes! I'll take it! Hot dog!
Does that mean he no longer has that sunlight sensitivity thing?
That was already healed. It's just that the
I believe so, yeah.
physical
Oh, okay.
appearance didn't
Yeah.
change. Yeah.
Yep. So, and interestingly, let me double check something.
Meanwhile, Ray. Damn it, Einar. Why do you gotta be so wise?
Is he though?
He's not.
No! That's called irony!
As you're walking around the city, even areas that are not as well lit pose no issue to you.
So I get dark vision.
Finally,
Yeah, boy!
someone else gets dark vision.
Let me just add that trait. I don't remember how to do it.
I will. I can take care of that.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
So,
Man, you got a lot of little updates here, huh?
Yeah, boy.
well,
Or viruses.
not
Listen,
quite.
listen.
It's
You're trying to use Saravina. I'm trying to use this. We both
honestly
might
okay.
die.
You know what? That's a very valid point.
Well, don't make
The
it.
criminal is the only person here who is not constantly making deals and arrangements with entities that are very powerful, very old, and have unknown motives.
Yep. He conscripted early with namesake Riss, and that's been it.
Beautiful.
And then he was chosen by the goddess of fate, so that, you know,
It's just business.
low business.
So, in the 2 hours it takes Einar to eventually make his way to the tavern, what do you do, Ray and Riss?
Well, Riss, so he seemed to be making his way here.
I don't know a damn thing, because I didn't see him. So I have no idea where he is.
Oh, I thought the check was to see if he knew who was crying, but he just was like,
He
Nah.
completely shoved off scrying, so we have no idea where he is.
Can Makoto prepare scrying?
I could try
Yeah,
to
she
track
has it.
him, but this is
If you could go out and track him, that would probably
What
be
level
the
spell is
fastest way.
scrying?
5th.
She does not have scrying.
She should. I shared it with her from my spellbook.
That takes time to copy.
She did that for a
prioritized-
while. Oh,
She prioritized other spells.
okay.
yes. So, like I said, I could try, but again, it's a city. He might have quite a few hours on us.
It's up to you if you think that you can do it. We will stay here so that if he comes back, we can just have him use sending to call you here.
Okay, sounds good. And Riss will go essentially downstairs. He also wants to make a perception check on who's currently in the tavern.
Okay, go for it.
19.
19. Is there anything specific you're looking for?
Yes. Any of the people we saw last night, particularly the gnome or the dragon rider.
No. No one that piques your interest, no one that you register as a threat.
Gotcha. All right, well then he will go outside. Actually, he'll turn to the barkeep.
Okay.
Question for you, my friend. You know our tall, and Riz literally holds his arm completely. Our tall friend checked in, got a room last night.
Yes. And the barkeep is a gnome, kind of hard to tell age because they live for a long time.
How late were you all open last night? Did you see him leave?
No, I've only been here at the desk for an hour, perhaps.
Thank you. And Russ will go out the front door, just assuming Einar went that way as well. And I don't think I have any spells because I can't refresh my spells like the clerics.
Nope.
Yep. Nope. Okay. So yeah, I guess it would just be a straight up investigation, survival.
Nobody has locate creature?
Nope.
Unfortunate.
Yep.
Do you?
Yeah.
No.
Actually,
I wonder why that could be an issue.
Well, he uses it for when you disappear.
Yes. This is
Well-
why, Noah.
Only if he's within 1,000 feet.
True. This is why you don't get lost.
Okay, so-
if I get lost, I can find you guys.
Riss
I'm just not currently using that spell.
is going to use his primeval awareness
Okay.
to try and locate. Let's see. Yeah, so I can try and locate any aberrations. Well, do I have to pick one? Okay, the creatures. Oh, golly. So this could indicate everyone. He's going to.
Let
yeah,
me double check the ability real quick.
because it says as an action you can expend one ranger spell slot, 1 minute per level spell slot to sense whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fays, fiends, or undead are present within 1 mile of you, or within up to 6 miles of you in your favorite terrain. I am not. This feature doesn't reveal the creature's location or number. Oh, that doesn't even help me. Never mind. I haven't read that last line yet. Let's see. Yep. I got nothing. So, what role would it be then to try and?
Survival, I think, right?
That's what I was thinking
Or
too.
investigation.
Yeah, survival. It's going to be a high DC because you're trying to track someone in a metal city. But yeah,
Come on, baby. 23.
let me double check something.
Yep. The DM
Riss is
must
walking
consult.
around trying to pick up any kind of large footprint, anything he could even remotely consider could be Einar.
Okay. Well, the DC for tracking someone on bare stone, which would be
Yeah.
what you're working with, is 20. So,
Wow. All right.
Wow.
y'all are skilled.
We are.
Apparently. This is news to me.
I just keep throwing bigger things at you.
That's right. Yeah.
We're skilled but dumb.
True. This party is the epitome of why intelligence and wisdoms are different stats.
Yep. I choose to ignore both because I love charisma.
Bull.
Riss does not
Yeah.
enthuse charisma, but Will as a player definitely does. Anyway.
Anyway. You are able to, through a combination of kind of talking to people and saying like, oh, have you seen anyone matching this description? And then kind of just following clues and as well as general pathways throughout the city, the way someone would walk if they were not paying attention. 'Cause especially the city is very much built like an indoor mall. And so there are pathways that it's kind of designed to influence you to take. And you're able to kind of hone in on that. And within, I'll say, like 15 minutes, you actually end up running into seeing your tall, dark-skinned friend.
A little darker skin, Riss will note, but
Make a perception check.
19.
He was in the moon all night.
Wait, what?
He was out in the moon all night. So, that moon burn,
Oh, yeah. That's
got that going on.
Boy.
Riss
Anyway.
will call out to Einar. Assuming you haven't already seen me, I'm much shorter.
I assume Einar hears.
Oh, yeah.
And he just looks up, looks around. Where are you? Put up a hand.
Riss will take his bow and put it up.
Einar looks, goes, and he walks right toward him.
Nice.
out for a stroll or something?
You could say that.
Just wanted to roll for insight to see it.
Go for it.
18. So yeah, he picks up the general gist that is not a good stroll in Hillgrove. Oh, well, you're in good company because we've all had interesting nights. Back we go.
What does that mean?
Well, I had a dream. Ray was in a cold sweat when I woke him up this morning. And Makoto is hungover.
Well, this
Almost as bad. It's not as bad as the first time we set foot in Mika. Or not Mika, where was it, Neris we sat down in? Because that one time she got drunk with the captain was the worst.
Oh gosh, yeah, that was a while ago.
But he's like, it's a pretty bad hangover. So we were all going to discuss. But we're back this way.
All right.
While he was looking for him, Ray would like to have a conversation with Makoto.
Okay.
So they get their breakfast, and he sits down. But before he does anything, before he starts to eat, he looks at Makoto. How are you feeling?
Head hurts, but I'm fine.
Not what I meant. How are you feeling about me in this situation that we're all in?
In what situation?
Last night, Kosen decided to pay me a visit. That was the dream that I had.
I see.
He tried to get me to tell him where we were and tell him what our plans are.
Did you?
No. I told him what my plan was, and that I had, to a degree, achieved it.
Fair enough.
Makoto? My objective is to protect this world, obviously, as best I can. But before the world comes you. Last night, when Kosen revealed how desperately he needs me to feel whole again, in that moment, I realized that who I am now is who I should have been the entire time.
Well, I'm certainly not complaining.
I don't regret leaving. I regret leaving you. And I regret dishonoring Hana. But without doing that, I don't think I would have had this realization. So, going forward, I want us to be more like a family.
That's exactly what I chased you down from across the world for.
And I think Kosen showing up, being hell-bent on needing to feel whole again, needing me to be whole again, has proven to me that I am whole now, with you and Hana's memory.
I'm glad.
With that being said, that doesn't necessarily mean I wish to stop growing and becoming better at my craft. as you're aware, I have begun to delve into artificing. And it's incredibly fascinating and unique. I think your mother would have very much enjoyed it. The chaotic nature of it, but also the intriguing nature of how things work.
Mm-hmm.
I have been given an offer to train under some armor artificers, specifically in
Ashar.
that. I've been invited to go there, and I'd like you to come with me.
You're lucky.
I know.
Because if you didn't offer, I was going to demand that I would come with fairly excessive force.
Considering
You're
how
not
many...
doing it again.
Considering how often I have thought about only myself, I do believe it's time for a change.
I'm proud of you. She leans in and hugs you.
He hugs her back. I told you I spoke with your mother, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay. I think this is what she wants.
Yeah, that sounds like her.
Yes, it does. Oh, even after she's dead, she's still demanding things from me, and I'm still not able to say no.
Oh, please. It's what gives you purpose.
Yes. Yes, it is.
And let's be real. Going to go learn how to blow stuff off better is as good a way to honor the woman that she was.
I think part of it is going to be blowing me up in the process, so I'm not sure how excited I am for that, but
I'm excited for that.
I'm sure you are. So when the others get back, we'll let them know that we'll be going for a while. I hope they'll be okay with it.
I'm sure they will. So long as we come back.
We're not leaving them. We're going on a temporary hiatus. I'm not leaving anymore.
Good.
Cool. Now this looks really good as he digs into his breakfast.
She's just been eating it throughout your conversation, like kind of oh, this is a very deep conversation. It is very early in the morning, and I am very hungover, so I'm going to eat this food while I listen so that I can actually properly,
Can you have
listen.
her roll an insight check real fast?
Sure. Ooh, that's high. An 18.
There's a little bit of excess excitement at the fact that she is not staying in this city and going with him. And it's noticeable. He's very excited that she's on board with leaving this city for an extended period of time.
Please, there's nothing that says that he can't come with her.
I say
There's one thing that says he can't come with her.
If he knows.
You don't know shit right now, and ain't gonna stay that way. Stop giving him ideas.
No.
Oh, I was already thinking that.
Damn it.
I will tell
I don't know
you,
if he wants to join.
there was a non-zero possibility of her having cast greater invisibility on him next to her. It's not what happened, and you're sitting on her bed, so you know that. But that was a thought that crossed my mind.
That's great. I love
I
it.
love that.
There's just like a little tuft of like the bed sheet that's floating.
At least she was clothed.
That's why it didn't occur to me. Makoto's left side is rather swollen. Makoto, who's next to you? What is going on?
What a word to use.
I was gonna say.
Don't like it.
I couldn't think of anything else to explain why that side of the bed is floating.
Gravity magic.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I don't want to know what she's practicing.
Anyway,
Indeed. Anyway,
Carrying on.
by roughly this point, you would have arrived back. And so, the outsiders are together once more.
for the next like 5 minutes.
Pretty
Indeed.
much, yeah. Because when you walk in the door not looking like something out of the apocalypse,
When you walk back in, is your mark retracted or where it was the last time they saw it?
Yeah, Riss noticed that, did not say anything about it.
Vriss didn't say anything. Einar's not gonna put it back to where it was.
Okay.
He's gonna leave it retracted.
So Einar walks in. Sans the mark.
Ray's like mid-bite, stops, and the fork falls out of his hand.
Ray, put yourself back together.
Oh, and the mark is all those tattoos, right?
He swallows
All
a bite
that's
of
left
food.
is the
Yeah.
one, is
Like-
what it originally was on the back of his hand.
Yeah, Einar still has tattoos like all over his body, but they're not nearly as dark, and there's
No.
not nearly as many of them.
The lines that were covering your body completely retract.
Yeah, no, the black lines did. Einar was already tattooed from his time in the village. Like that's why he has like the two lines like on his head.
Oh, fair enough.
Those are his tattoos. They're more of like a gray, like a dark gray.
Sure, sure.
But the primary thing that shocked Ray is, I know the mark. He like yells this too. He's
Yep.
like- yeah, not stealthy at all.
Who's Mark?
Einar looks around at the people in the
kinda-
tavern,
Claps around the shoulder. What the heck?
and then he just sits down next to Ray.
What happened? Did you get rid of it?
Einar shows him the mark on his hand. No. I simply have more control.
He also did not just go for a walk like we supposed.
Did you somehow lessen its effect on you? What happened? That's
My theory is that he was teleported.
I
That doesn't explain the made bed, but that's my theory.
I don't think I was teleported. I'm pretty sure I walked there.
why.
I'm
It's
unsure.
like, great, we have a sleepwalker.
Listen, I can't be in total control of what I do when I'm asleep. So
At least he's not a bedwetter. Anyway, this
That's
is
very true.
this is incredible. You've gained more control of the mark.
it seems so. Would you like to see it return to cover my body?
You can do that too.
I think.
Is more control
Einar
good or bad?
tries to adjust it.
Yeah,
to just
Ray-
cover part of his arm.
Ray just
So
rolled
it's
a.
not super
Go ahead.
super obvious.
Ray just rolled a 17 on insight to see. Is he BSing me right now? Like trying to hide something?
No, you watch as he focuses and clenches his fist, and the mark, the black lines spread across his arm in a familiar pattern and stop at about the elbow.
I have no idea what this means. But it looks to be some level of control over this curse, which should be a good thing.
It does. And Einar retracts it again. It means I can look normal again.
That is a plus. I'm sure Kana would prefer this look.
Einar just kind of like gives Ray a look like, what are you talking about? Einar's dense.
Yes, I know. That's why Ray says nothing else.
Yep. Anyway, and Einar raises his hand like towards the bartender to kind of like motion for a drink and food.
Well, Makoto and I have something to tell you, but let's enjoy breakfast first. And then we can discuss the dreams that,
Transpired.
yes.
Yes, I'm interested in what happened in yours. If you're so uppity about them, it must have been something very strange.
Let's finish eating and then I'll tell you.
Oh, it must be bad. All right. Maybe I should get a double portion.
Ray goes to get a drink, looks at Makoto, and gets a water.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Would lesser restoration heal her hangover?
Yeah.
Einar's gonna look at Makoto, just very quietly go, "Oh, you poor soul." Lay a hand on her and cast lesser restoration.
Nice. Yeah, she kind of just. Oh, that's nice. Thank you.
What would you do without me?
Be in a lot more pain.
Yep.
Exactly.
All right.
You're welcome. Think about that the next time you try to cast a gravity spell on me.
I will.
Thank you.
When has she cast a gravity spell on you? I'm not.
When she was casting it on us.
No, when Einar was like, "I'm still gonna call you Holiday," and she's like, "No, you're not." And she cast like,
Yeah, she
What
did.
did she cast on me? Like gravity sinkhole or something?
Probably.
It's probably, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Makes sense. It's a fun ability.
You deserved it too. What you did?
Up
Anyway.
for debate.
So I assume we enjoy hearty breakfast.
Yes. We
Yes.
finish our meals, and Einar goes, "Okay, who wants to start first?"
Riss puts his finger on his nose.
I don't know why you're touching your nose, but what happened last night in my dream was...
You proceed to. Is there anything you hold back?
No, I don't leave anything out.
Okay. So, the two of you receive the download of Ray's dream.
So he doesn't know where we are. It sounds like he's not interested in you or us unless we're trying to go to paradise.
He is interested in being whole again. That's his sole objective.
So he asked if you were going to paradise anytime soon to see if he needed to do anything rather than just
I have
say,
no intention of going to paradise anytime soon.
well, no, understood. I was trying to figure out why he asked it. Because if it's a matter of he just wants you to stay away,
No, he's
We can do
playing. He's playing me.
yeah,
So in order to play me,
he needs Makoto.
he needs
and
me
he needs you.
and Makoto.
Yeah.
So
Well,
he's stuck.
Yep. He's not gonna get you.
Well, until you get him. One of those.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, Ray. You don't need him to be whole again.
Oh, I know.
So, we can just turn him into a pile of ash.
I'm not
I'm okay with
religious or philosophical, but I feel like you would need your other half of the soul. Potentially. Are there any ramifications if your other half dies? If you kill your other half?
that. I promised my wife that I would live. I, myself, would live.
Well, yes. You can get into details of all that. But hey, if you're down to kill your other half, I'll help. I was just making sure we don't go into this completely blind.
I don't know what
Did
would
you
happen,
ask?
to be
Okay.
honest.
You didn't ask anything about this to the Lady of the Night? No, Lady Masquerade.
No. That's a good idea, though, to ask her what happens to a sundered soul if the other half is lost. I have no experience with this.
No, I assume most people have not.
So, when the time comes, we'll see what happens. But as for me right now, I'm content with the family that I have. And who I am.
That's touching. But it's very much the same.
I'm content with most of the family that I have.
He has to live with me.
You're like an annoying roommate that every now and then does something good.
That's essentially what a brother is.
Yes. I can hit a brother.
You can.
I punch him.
For 0 damage, Riss takes it.
Yep. The only positive side of having a -1 in strength, I can hit people and do nothing.
That's right.
Make a wisdom check.
14.
Cool. You know not to hit him with the nub.
Yes.
That's a good point. Riss would be kind of weirded out if you did him with the knife. This is the group of weird hands, after all.
This is.
It is.
Mine's a little less weird though.
No, the hand is still weird.
Well, I mean, it's got the mark, but it's a little
I could
better.
go to slap him with the nub and nothing happens, and then really confuse him.
No, you could concern him.
Maybe I'll slap you with the prosthetic.
Oh, you have the prosthetic on. There you
I
go.
backhand him with the Does the prosthetic have a positive strength modifier?
You don't have a positive strength modifier. That's the thing.
Ah, okay. Can it be a +1?
Because I was saying, it was a +1 prosthetic.
See, I love the idea of Ray going to slap Riss with the prosthetic, but instead of using the prosthetic on his nub, he
I
takes
take
the
it off
prosthetic
with my left hand and backhand him with the prosthetic, holding it in my left hand.
Yes,
That's how I
that's
hit
what
him.
I love.
That's what you do?
That's what I do.
Make an attack roll.
Dang it. What's my modifier?
Whatever your
Strength.
unarmed is,
14.
you don't hit.
Are you wearing your armor?
Yeah. Even without my armor, he wouldn't hit.
Yep.
Oh, that's a fair point.
I'd have to roll a nat 20 to hit you.
Yeah. What,
No.
you have a negative?
What's your armor?
17.
Oh, okay. No, I'd have to roll.
Yeah.
I'd have to roll an
Yeah.
18 or higher.
Yeah, you just against his shoulder. It doesn't do anything.
Let's go.
Oh wait, I have a +3 to an unarmed strike.
Why?
I don't know.
Wait, what?
It says I have a +3 to an unarmed strike.
You also have to roll with disadvantage.
It's because you're proficient with unarmed strikes.
So I have to roll again.
No,
Oh.
you're not proficient with improvised weapons.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay,
Yeah,
Technicalities.
I'm fine with
indeed.
Yeah.
So,
that. As I smack him, so Riss, your turn to tell the story.
All right. This one's a little weird. Not as weird as my other soul conversing with me, but. And he proceeds to reiterate the dream of alternate timeline, Azara. And yeah, in the end he'll go, so. I don't know. I'm not familiar with anything that goes on with alternate timelines or even what happened. She said she stopped it from happening in the future, but that it might still happen in the past. Either way, the context I got from that is something goes wrong. And that something is Korvaki.
Ray's happy-go-lucky attitude immediately turns sour at hearing that name.
How many
Don't-
times do we have to kill that guy?
Well, we'll just make sure it's permanent this time.
Fair. I can always absorb his soul.
I was
If
about
anything-
to say, you know how I don't like that ability of yours? I'll turn around.
very good.
There's that ability. Or, because I'm sure they will not only one, mete out just punishment, but two, also have kind of first claim as we let Molly on Stalwart know when we have him. And I'm sure, or we know where his location is, I'm sure they will love to offer assistance. Seravina as well, if he stole something.
I think it would be right to let them know.
Oh, we'll definitely let them know, but as far as them joining and stuff like that, I'm down for it. But
If they want to, I wouldn't stop them, obviously.
but that was essentially what I had. And the reason I'm here this morning instead of with Zara,
Yeah, I was going to ask about that.
that was a little unsettling to not only realize, one, if she came with us, what would happen or could happen, but also she did not express interest, and so I decided to not prolong the inevitable. I know where she is. She'll know where I am for the most part. And we're content leaving at that. I have somewhere to return to, if anything.
You like to live dangerously, don't you?
That is all I've ever known.
Fair point. So,
Last but not smallest.
I've never been small, even as a child. Well, where do I begin? And Einar proceeds to tell the story of how he found himself in the mansion and his meeting with the regent. But then as he goes to describe the mural behind him, Einar stops. And for a moment, he just processes, finally realizing and going, oh no. I just remembered. Somebody else has the other mark. The one that we didn't take from
Okay, first off,
King
hold
Jacob.
on. Don't throw this at me in the middle of a story. Carry on. What happened when you went through the shattered glass?
I'm surprised that you're more interested in that than knowing that the last seal is no longer safe.
I
That's
assume you
what
had the
I'm
last seal.
concerned about. I do not. It was made abundantly clear to me that I do not have the last seal.
Why'd you stab yourself then? Was that you rejecting the seal?
I have no idea.
Oh.
All I know is that Hana stopped whatever was going on.
Ah, that's right. Okay, I remember that now.
Mm-hmm.
What? The last seal, the Hollow King. That's correct, right?
Yes, I believe that was.
We have
What were his? Did he have any colors associated with him?
attributes,
No,
or specifically colors?
colors. His eyes are black.
Well,
The
they are
gnomes.
now.
They are now. Were black. The gnomes were purple.
Oh.
Don't know. Wild guess, but
I have to
Interesting
admit,
theory.
I don't think that's the case. Because mine went black. I don't think that Amar or...
you don't
was
think
the
they would
other
have
one?
had any
The
other
Arcsmith?
other influence. Okay.
So I
I
don't
know.
think it's that.
Did the regent tell you if it was before or after we arrived that the mark was then?
The only thing I got from
Oh,
him
it
is-
was there when we were there. It
The
was
only-
Maya. I was no way I could take it, and definitely influenced you.
So someone showed up after we were there.
The regent seemed surprised that I didn't know that it'd been claimed.
Who was there with us?
I
Us
know.
Only our
four?
crew.
It was us. It was the people here.
No,
we also
two
had,
others came.
We had
Reagan.
Yes, and Kaya, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Subjugation.
I don't think either one of them had a chance to take it while we were there.
Reagan was
Makoto,
on the statue, though.
Yeah.
do you remember if anyone else touched the statue after?
No, no one that I saw.
Because Reagan and Kaya were up. Kaya was up above. Reagan was down there with us, but she never touched the statue.
Makoto was the one who got on the statue with you to help you. Was that it? Because I leapt up.
It was Reagan.
Aha, see? Briscoes, I'm not crazy.
She never touched the statue itself, though. Not
No,
when
with
you
bare hands.
weren't having your hand fused to it.
Which is still there.
Yep. No,
No,
it's not.
Because he was able to take it off, but then Servina
right.
had to amputate it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Now, can you ask Harold a question? Not here, obviously, but
I was
when
gonna
we go to a
say, not
secluded
at the dinner
location.
table.
When we left, I assume he can feel the presence of the mark?
I'm unsure. He doesn't seem to have much more knowledge than I do. His knowledge seems to be limited to what I have been able to acquire.
What you've experienced.
Yes.
If the power of the mark was still infused in the statue when we left, then that means that someone was there afterwards.
Exactly.
If he was able to ascertain that the power of the statue was transferred while we were there, then a member of our party has it. We just don't know who. We need that information.
That would narrow things down.
Yes.
Or
Although I
we
would
do
say-
a quick check of these four here. You assume you don't have it. I assume I don't have it because the Fae don't mix well with the gods. The only one left is you there, my lovely niece. The brother analogy got to me.
Later.
I'm pretty sure I don't.
Yes, I'm fairly certain that you don't have it either. There would be... I
Because you
assume...
assume it wouldn't be stagnant.
Well, there would be some sort of visible identification.
You don't know, though.
He points to the hand.
Riss also holds up his glove. There are ways of hiding it.
Well, are you hiding anything? No. I can answer for her.
I think I can.
Yeah,
agree with
I'm
that.
not gonna prove that to y'all.
No, that was not my intention.
Good.
Ray kind of goes, the hell were you insinuating? What?
Nothing.
Do I need to hit you again?
No. Is it possible, though, because you did not fully rid yourself of the influence until you're at Saravina's? Is it possible anyone there?
Well, Saravina, I think, was the only other person to know. Him and his group were the only people to know where the statue was.
Do you think while I was unconscious, Saravina might have taken it from me?
Someone could have. I'm not saying it was Saravina himself. He seems capable enough and not one willing to subjugate himself to it. However, my sister does not seem to be very inhibited by surrendering for more power. Again, I'm not saying it's either of them, but we did clear the way a little bit.
I would like... Okay, so here's what we can do. If you would like, I can cast Scrying on your sister. And we can see if there's any visible differences in her appearance.
I would say we would ask Saravina that, if anything. No need to freak her out over what could be nothing. What gets me is that he seems surprised you didn't know who it was.
Yes.
As if we've met the person who has it and it should have been obvious.
Possibly.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, I kind of want to take advantage of Makoto's
Okay.
feat.
Her feet being
Keen Mind.
keen mind. Got it. Okay.
Total recall, essentially.
Yep. Stay with it. Don't do that.
Look, I have to admit...
Stop it. Get some help.
I have to admit, my mind went the same way that Kiera's did.
Same.
Does Hashen have a...
What is wrong with you people?
It's the English language.
That's true.
No, it's your gutter minds is what it is, you nasties.
Look, I don't have a thing
You
for
said the
feet, so-
words.
Yes!
Take advantage of Makoto's feet.
Yes.
I hate all of you. Keen Mind, sir.
Yes.
Does she recall anyone who gave off a similar aura, appearance, or the like that would insinuate that they had some kind of abnormal power or ability similar to Einar's?
Woo!
There we are.
That's funny.
She said,
Now that I'm not hungover.
Now that she's not hungover,
Now that she's not hungover.
she had a phenomenal breakfast, and her father's not a doofus anymore. Shut up.
in at least one way, he is not being as stupid.
yes.
Okay. I can accept that.
Ray's a character, just letting everyone know that.
Barely.
Yikes. Anyways.
Continue. You rolled an at 20. Thank you.
So you can say with the utmost certainty that as of the last time you've seen
I would like to roll a history check too to see if I can offer additional assistance.
no,
Okay.
no, this is just
How much?
Trey's trying to figure
How
out how to word it
much?
because
We are close.
We're so close.
he's like, how do I say this without giving away everything?
rolled for it. I gave the possibility. Doesn't matter if it goes against plans or not.
Yes.
Booyah!
This is why you don't plan.
This is why I don't plan.
This is why he can't plan.
Yes.
This is the
Because we
epitome
are.
of the DM. Sure, roll. It's the wolves, like nat 20, and they're all laughing. They're just... That's my favorite movie. Anyways.
So, the last time she saw Malia, the last time she saw Stalwart, the last time she saw... I don't remember the third guy.
No one
Kale.
remembers Kale.
Oh, Kale.
Sorry, yes.
Yeah, that's what it is. I knew it started with a K.
I like Kale.
Yeah. Was at Saravina's. Although Stalwart did come to y'all.
That's right, he
to
visited
deliver
the
something.
ship.
Yeah. After when she saw them last, no. She saw the members of the crew, Reagan, Kaya. Nothing. And she saw Saravina when you returned, which is what I remembered, that she has seen him since. She also saw him during the race.
Mm-hmm.
But something was different.
Riss will pointedly look at Ray.
I told you I didn't fully trust him.
You're not certain, obviously, but something...
I scratched that on messaging Saravina. I no longer wish to speak for them either right now.
What were the qualities of that mark again?
That was
Subjugation.
protection.
Was it
I'm
subjugation?
No, it was subjugation.
Was it subjugation?
Yeah, it's the Hollow King was subjugation.
The Hollow King is... So, okay.
But it's not the Hollow King's power.
Oh,
Yeah.
The three powers of Varro are
right.
shadow, protection, and
Leadership.
We already know that leadership is taken somewhere, I think, in the
Paradise.
Dyke.
That
Dragon
was
sex.
shadow.
No, he has
No,
shadow.
No,
I have shadow.
Einar
He
has
has
shadow.
protection.
No, you
The
have
guy
protection.
the guy who is 100% covered in.
I thought you
like-
had protection because of
No.
Harold.
No, I have shield.
They all have a
Which
little bit of
comes
all
from-
three powers.
Okay. Oh, okay. So then that one was the
They're all
statue of
twins, just
protection.
not identical.
Yes.
Which of all of them for him to have, I probably would want him to have that one. But
How about none?
I mean,
I like that option.
None's preferable, but if he has to have one, I feel like protection is the least damaging to outside sources. It's going to make it harder to deal with him if we have to fight him,
And
which I guess at this
why-
point we're going to have to.
yes, and
because
that's-
he's not going to want to give that up.
Because we need to give it
Why
up.
does he have to?
So
So long as he's alive, the seal stays intact.
from
That's true.
I was just about to make that point. From the perspective of a general analysis of the situation,
How much did he know about it, too?
Didn't seem to know much. He was finding it for you guys because Einar needed to.
correct. So he could be doing one of two things. One, he wants to destroy the world, or subjugate it. I don't know which. One of those two.
Help Varro with it.
Or, yes, it could be that he is looking to utilize the powers of Varro. You haven't finished your story.
You're right, I haven't.
Let's push
Finish,
all
and then
this-
I'll make my point. Mostly because of meta knowledge, but
Well, no, Riss was about to say, too, like, hold up. Let's pocket this. Talk about it later. Tell me about what happens when you go through the window.
I go to the window, the lock's open, and I fly through the window. I found myself in the Shadow Realm. And Einar continues to tell the story. He actually spares no detail. Like he doesn't hold anything back. He tells them everything he sees.
Okay.
Ray just kind of sits back. Go ahead.
In your opinion, what did you make of Varro? I know you described him. And I know your relationship with him has been cautious, but willing. What's your assessment now? Is it still your goal to remove the mark? Or...
My goal right now, I think, is simply to find out who he really is and what his intentions are. Because I have a feeling there's a lot more to his story that would be...
What he said, 2,000 years? I'm sure there is.
Yes. But I have a feeling that there's something working specifically against him that may not necessarily be good for the rest of us.
You said that he consistently switched forms.
I mean, I don't know about consistently. He seemed to struggle with it.
So there's a chance that he is plagued by something. This god of shadows, leadership, and protection is being plagued by this dark entity known as Varro. Or I guess they are one and the same. That's familiar.
Yes, I suppose it is for you.
Yes. Ray has a little bit more sympathy for the Shadow King.
But yes,
I hear this.
I do think that something has possessed him.
So you were chosen as champion.
Essentially.
Or a champion.
Of which aspect?
Well, I'm curious to see is like, okay, so obviously we've met the Regent, we know of Harold. We know there's 3 beings walking around. We now know 2 of them personally. I'm wondering if your new ability to control sets you above the others and if it's possible for them.
Well, that plays into my point that I was making, is that Saravina could have one of 2 goals. To keep Varro contained, because I can't think of anyone aside from maybe the Grand Admiral who would be powerful enough to maintain that and protect it, or he could be trying to free Varro and unleash his darkness.
He also may just be trying to learn more about it. If we haven't divulged anything, and he gained quite a bit of power from it.
The mechanism that he is trying to recreate has something to do with time. I'm wondering if there's something in the past that he needs to know about, and he's attempting to get back there to get that information.
That's
Get back there or see, kind of like scrying.
Be there and maybe stop or change whatever's happening, or to just observe. I don't know what his motive is. I'm simply listing the possibilities of the outcome of his actions. Because anyone who is messing with time generally is attempting to get some kind of information or change something.
Well, we know our directive. Obtain the black books. Gain questions. Ask the questions. Find the dream vault. Well, we know where it is. We just need to find it. But now,
We don't know where it is.
You have
We
an
have a general
inscription which has the location of the Vault of Dreams encoded.
Correct.
that's it. Hey, okay. And I assume that was Makoto correcting. We have a means of locating it. But now we also have one less question of who has the 3rd pillar. Or if someone has it, I guess. The other question is who has the 2nd one. But we also have to look out for Korvaki. And how we go about that with Saravina and Malia and Stalwart now is a little more muddied.
I think our objective at this point is to obviously continue with obtaining the Black Book. And when we do have them, we can now be prepared for whatever happens at the vault. Be a little bit more on the defensive. And when we do get our questions, I assume, Einar, you're going to ask about Varro?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to ask about Saravina.
I don't know what I'm going to ask yet, but we got time.
Mm-hmm.
I would also say we carry on with Saravina as if nothing has changed.
Correct.
I don't think I'll tell Malia quite yet. There'll be a time. I'll make that judgment when it comes.
Yes. I want to see what happens if we do come across Korvaki. how they'll all react. I want to know what he took.
I think it would be advantageous for us to tell them in a previous timeline Korvaki was an issue. But I do not think we'll have to tell them when he arrives in the other timeline. Let us be in charge of capturing, obtaining, if it's within our ability, and then we alert them to him.
Agreed. Oh, also,
There's more?
yes, Makoto and I are going somewhere. And I proceed to tell you guys about the training that's been offered by the guys that Saravina recommended me to.
So, when you said our goal is to get the Black Book, you meant Einar's and my goal is to get the Black Book.
Correct.
Ray, why do you keep pawning things off on me? First it was debt, now it's this.
Because there's no one else in this world at this point that I trust more than you two. As much as it pains me to say it about Riss.
It doesn't pay you to say that about me, the guy who's always encased in shadow.
No,
except for
because
right
now he knows more about you.
I suppose that's fair.
You were honest, and you trusted me enough to tell me what's been going on. I want to repay that with the same level of trust.
Well, I really hope you're not misplacing it. We better not fail, I guess.
You've got Kana now. I don't think you guys will have too much of an issue with the museum.
We have Kana.
Oh, right. I don't think we discussed that.
I know we
we're
did not.
basically,
There's more, Riss.
Good God.
Keep your...
Y'all are going to make me
Hold
drink
on
in the
to your
AM.
pants. This is,
wait a minute.
it's a lot of information.
Did
What?
you specifically try to get Kana to join us because you were planning on leaving?
No, it was a happy accident.
But you knew you were leaving.
I don't know
before
that I
then.
believe that.
You don't believe me, but it's true. Oh, maybe you do.
No, my insight's +9. You rolled an 8. I just had to roll to make sure it wasn't a 1.
Okay. Honestly, no, but it's helpful. She is a good business partner.
Oh, I really just hope I don't end up with a knife in my back. All right.
I'll take it out.
You're not going to be the one who ends up with something in them if this goes well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Jesus.
Again,
Einar, she likes you.
Riss goes, now this is the context I needed.
I know just goes, well, who doesn't?
Most people who see you with all the tattoos and the black eyes.
Makoto just puts her head in her hands and just
Dakota doesn't. Zara doesn't. We got a list, people.
We do have a list. Einar, she's not interested, she's interested.
Einar, you remember that lady that you spent time with on the train?
Yeah.
Spent time with. That's a cute way to put it.
She wants to spend some time with you.
I gathered that.
Oh, you did now, did you?
Yeah, I do now.
Okay,
Yes.
good. That was I was hoping that I would get through that giant, thick skull.
It was really my skin that's thick.
Yeah, that's a good point. True.
Riss goes, all right, we're going to the dangerous territory here. So, when are you heading out?
Soon. Not immediately, but in the next couple of days.
Well, I'm glad you told Makoto this time, so we don't have to get
I made the
smacked
decision.
with the spell.
I made the decision with her.
He knows better. By now.
Yeah.
Well, what is it?
What is the
Fourth
time
time's
on?
the charm? Fifth time?
Only third.
Third? Oh, it's only
Oh.
3. Okay.
How long is this training?
I have no idea. How long is this training? Well, meta knowledge, I guess. It's for a full level.
Yeah.
So. And we're all. When did we just leveled up too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did.
So.
It's gonna be a while.
Y'all will do the heist to retrieve the second Black Book and the mission to rescue Yoroi's mysterious person
Okay.
prior to Ray's return. So,
But when I come back, I'ma be beef as fuck.
Meh.
He's gonna have to crit on me to deal damage.
Now, I know that you want... I know that you want to play a new character, but I kind of want to like bring somebody from the ship and just be like, "Hey, what's the turtle's name?"
Oh, yes.
Our bosun.
Oh yeah.
Let me double check. I've
Like,
got
bring
it.
him on.
The Storm
Or-
Barbarian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or bring one of my Three
Kareem.
Stooges.
Kareem, yes.
No, there's
Y'all are the same level as Kareem now.
Oh,
Wow.
isn't that nice?
And Reagan.
Time flies.
Well, I won't be playing Reagan.
Kareem doesn't seem like the most stealthy person.
Yeah.
Well, not for
No, there's a
theft.
there's a reason this character is being brought in.
Okay.
Yep. We've discussed it.
Cool.
So, with this discussion and all that, Ray and Makoto pack their things and board a train headed south. Also, Einar, Noah, you can refresh your page and you now have the enhanced Shadow Whip.
Yes.
Yes.
You also have Dark Vision
Plus 10.
in non-magical and magical darkness
Oh, that's huge.
for 300 feet.
For 300 feet.
Wow. That is impressive.
That's a full football field.
Yes, so if someone casts the darkness spell, you are unaffected.
That's so cool. So it's gonna be like darkness. I'm gonna be like, I can still see you. They're gonna just crap their pants right there.
Yes,
Because
also
I will
what you
fully
do-
encase myself in darkness,
What you do is
and then I will walk towards them menacingly.
Also, you haven't tested the full extent of how far you can stretch your mark now over
I
your
have
body.
not, but I assume I can cover pretty much my whole body, and I will at some point.
So you've got a few days before Ray leaves. You guys want to do some experiments?
No, Ray is...
He said
would've
soon.
been-
He was
yeah.
like, peace out.
The sooner he goes, the sooner he comes back.
Yep.
Exactly.
I think the next day we head out.
Yep.
You're like, not immediately. I'll be around for a few more days. And then you're like,
Now-
I said a couple because I wasn't sure.
You said soon.
Saravina is still here. Is there anything you wish to do before you leave?
Is there anything that we should do? You want to try and find out where he is and do a little sneak reconnaissance in his room?
No, not particularly, because last time I had to do sneak, it wasn't well, and he saw me the entire
Do you
time.
want to ask Kana?
What's my dark vision range again?
300 feet.
I like that we have friends.
It should be added.
It was not. I'm adding it.
Refresh your page.
Well, I refreshed it and got.
I like to have
the
friends that
shadow
they
whip.
don't know about.
you wanna
Especially
ask?
now.
It's listing it on for me.
I mean, I just added it, so.
Again, that's encroaching on another favor we would owe. I would say for now, let's rest on it.
Okay.
If we do wish to, that's something Einar, possibly Kana, and myself can do.
Well, keep in contact with me. So, if you have any questions and you need my input, just use sending.
Understood.
All right.
So what do you wish to do?
How? So we're leaving real soon. That's not enough time for me to buy some plate armor, is it?
Not the type you're looking for.
Dang it. What about just regular plate armor?
You'll probably be able to get that there.
Okay,
Easily.
Yeah, I'm fine. Cool.
Yep. In which case, as Einar and Riss wave goodbye to you at the train station and watch as the train disappears over the horizon, you prepare to steal a magical artifact from a museum.
Yep.
Einar, standing next to Riss at the train station, just kind of leans over to him and goes, "You ready for some shenanigans?"
Oh, yes, I am.
And as we prepare for our own National Treasure movie, that is where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Steal the Declaration of Independence.
This is as important, if not more.
You know
So-
what? Einar could do it.
Have fun.
Einar
Thank
just
you
be
all
like,
for-
"Hey, shut up! Go!" And it'll just absorb everyone.
Thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Peace.